Hey there, this is Dan with Hole in the Clouds, and today we will be reviewing the Bessemer, Alabama airport. Now, this is the airport that I did my very first cross-country solo, so it's exciting for me to go to the airport where I really cut my teeth finding that first unknown place. We'll follow the same track up there that I did many years ago, so let's sit back and check out the review of this airport. We just flew in on that airplane right over there, and now we're walking in. There we go. And here's Holly.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Bessemer Airport.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So, this is our lobby. We have pilots' lounges, we have vending machines, we do have a conference room upstairs that can be reserved. Today we have on high school football.
Nice.
Because of course it's Alabama and it's football season.
There you go.
And there's no college games to watch quite yet. But if you'd like to follow me.
Sure.
The airport offices for our manager and our board are through that door. We won't go back there today. We've got our restrooms down the hall. This is our flight planning room. Most of the pilots now have iPads or iPods or smartphones that they file their flight plans on. But once upon a time, they still used the good old-fashioned computer, and every now and then they still do. We've got a lounge area back here with television also. This way, along with our vending machines. And we do have a few offices that are rented by some of our corporate pilots that manage several aircraft and are constantly flying, so we do have offices available that can be rented. They are in use now.
Oh wow,
This
this is a
our-
big kitchen.
This is our full kitchen. If you want to actually cook lunch, you have that option. Vending, microwave. We do occasionally have corporate jets that want to wash their dishes where they've had catering on board.
Okay.
So we have that available as well. Exit to the parking lot.
And you were telling me there are services about after hours, so if
Yes.
we come in with my plane later.
Yes, if you arrive after 6 p.m., we are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We really appreciate Holly for taking the time out of her busy day to walk us through the FBO. It's people like Holly that makes all the difference for us pilots. Next, we bumped into Jim Johnson, who is a board member of the Bessemer Airport. He also is on the AOPA advisory board. He sat down with us to tell us a little bit more about the airport and some of his own experiences.
Bessemer, we're real proud of it. It's growing finally. It's been we always call it a diamond in the rough for quite a number of years, but we're very close to Birmingham, but we get a lot of the general aviation traffic over here as well as corporate traffic, and we're growing. 6,000 foot runway, and we got approaches, both GPS and ILS approach, so we handle pretty much anything that comes in. And we get a kind of a mix and a blend of traffic into the FBO, but just like everybody else, we try to welcome everybody to the Bessemer Airport and try to meet their needs so that they'll come back, and their experience is a very pleasant one. So you met Holly, she's one of the staff here, and she does an excellent job of welcoming people and meeting their needs. So that's what an FBO is all about. We are more convenient to people who are, especially in business, that are conducting business south of town. We call it over the mountain. So we're very convenient. We have 459, the interstate is close by, easy to get to the interstate from here, so you can get downtown, but you can get to Hoover, Vestavia Hills, where I live, in a matter of minutes. So a lot of people use the Bessemer Airport. We think very conveniently located for anybody wanting to get into the Birmingham area. But
Sure. It's funny you said over the mountain, because I was telling her on the flight up here, I said I know I'm there when I just go over this ridge. I got the downwind's on the ridge, and so I kind of follow that for 2-3, and then I come around.
You're exactly right. And we jokingly say, if you want to get crosswind practice, come to Bessemer, because
Yeah.
it's always blowing up here on the hillside. So it is a crosswind runway.
Yeah.
My background, I've been on the board for almost 6 years. We have other board members. I'm the only pilot on the board currently. Only aircraft owner on the airport authority board, but we're focusing on growing the airport. The economic impact to the city and to the community is huge. So we're beginning to open a lot of eyes about what the Bessemer Airport's all about and corporate aviation. Recently had a company that is a development company, and they bought hangars here on the field. So they're going to, we think, will be a catalyst to a lot of growth at the Bessemer Airport. And we've been thinking that was really the log jam was broken when they bought those hangars. So.
You know, I hear that from a lot of pilots that the hangar space seems to be a big problem and it's stunting the growth. What do you think it is? Why airports are reluctant to get more hangar space?
Not necessarily reluctant as much as it is, if you are building something that is revenue generating, it doesn't qualify for federal grant money.
Oh, okay.
So you're on your own to finance those, to build those. We hadn't really built any new airports in about 30 years, and we're right now, as a matter of fact, we have a contract to build 10 new T-hangars that are down on the south end of the field. So that's our first new hangars in a long, long time.
Sure.
So corporate hangars, we've got some interest in building, and we'll lease them the land and let them build their own hangars. So we're all about economic development.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about, you know, the two airplanes that you have and maybe something that you really enjoy doing about aviation, or why you're still in it for so long?
Why I'm still in it for so long is very true. Well, it's something that it gets in your blood very quickly, and I'm sure that you're the same way. But owning an aircraft and being able to go somewhere, and especially if you're instrument rated, and you can leave here and go to Gulf Shores in an hour and 15 minutes, or you can go to Gatlinburg in an hour and a half, that kind of thing. And those are both about 4.5 or 5 hour drives.
Sure.
So it makes it very easy. I had a daughter that lived in, I still have the same daughter, but I have a daughter that lived in Baton Rouge. And it was a 4.5 hour drive every time we drove down there. But even at that time, I had a Skyhawk, so it made the trip more pleasurable and a lot shorter. She loved for me to come down, pick her up, and bring her home. So that's one of the aspects of general aviation that I absolutely love, is being able to go somewhere when your schedule dictates, and you can get in your. And to answer your question, I'm just like everybody else that's a pilot. You enjoy flying, you enjoy, the planning of a cross country trip. I still do that. I still enjoy it. And with technology we've got now, GPS technology and ForeFlight, using the flight planning software that's available to it. We had a lunch today and we were all talking about times have changed so much about what we have in the cockpit now, weather in the cockpit and traffic in the cockpit. It is so nice and so much more, I think, safe to fly now as it was. But that keeps me interested in flying, and it's always I don't think you ever stop learning.
So there it is, the inside scoop at the Bessemer, Alabama Airport. I want to thank Jim and Holly for their time today and all that they do for pilots. This is Dan with Hole in the Clouds, and thanks for watching. And remember, keep it in the blue.